Well, boys, it's the first week of the Premier League season. The 2026-2027 Premier League season kicks off on Friday. Right now, today, Arsenal, Coventry. But I hate to break it to you, boys, Arsenal have already won a trophy this year. This is Red Card Radio. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're listening from. Thanks for tuning in. Red Card Radio is a weekly look at the Premier League from three friends who support different clubs. My name is James. I support Premier League champions Arsenal. With me tonight is Brad. He supports Chelsea. And down below is Sean. He supports Tottenham Hotspur. I wish you guys had given me the memo that we were using scarves as props today. I would have gotten mine.
Spur of the moment.
I see that.
Yeah. I saw the poll and was like, well, if he's doing it, well, then,
yeah,
spur of the moment.
I would have gotten my Arsenal scarf, but nobody told the host.
Yeah,
just trying to make you look like an idiot.
Can't
just like all the Arsenal fans that count the Community Shield as a trophy,
brother.
It's just kind of like that episode where everybody tore off their shirt and was wearing a different jersey.
Twice. Oh, yeah, I guess we didn't tell you about that. But I guess in our defense, you probably don't have a USA jersey, do you?
No.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so, you know.
Brad, speaking of the Community Shield, I almost guarantee if I go to the Chelsea website, the Chelsea Football Club website, which I'm absolutely not going to do. But if you go there, I bet if you look at like club honors, history, wherever, I would almost guarantee that Chelsea lists the Community Shield as a club honor. I almost guarantee it. So, yes, the Community Shield is a legitimate trophy. If we called it the English Super Cup, would that be better? Would you think it's more of a trophy?
Trophy cabinet. It's really big.
Let me tell you something while I stall for Brad is if Tottenham won an Community Shield, I absolutely would claim it. I claim the Audi Cup. So
it is.
I would claim the Community Shield like none other.
In the list of honors, it is right below the UEFA Super Cup and right above the Full Members Cup at the very, very bottom of the list.
But it is listed, which I believe it is listed. So, which is
as
James
Charity Community Shield, sure. But are our fans saying, "Oh, we won for it. We've won 5 trophies in 7 years, and counting 3 of them as the Community Shield"?
Why not? The Community Shield is the Premier League, the previous Premier League champions versus the FA Cup.
Yeah, ask Crystal Palace if that's a real trophy, because I bet you they would tell you it's a real trophy.
So are we comparing Arsenal to Crystal Palace? Because I'm down for that.
No, clearly not, Brad. You would be down for that because you try and shoehorn a club the size that Chelsea is very similar to Crystal Palace.
But what you could compare
against Arsenal
is other podcasts to this podcast, in which case you would like, subscribe, rate, and review this one 5-star, but not the other ones because you like this one more than the other ones. And you would give it a 5-star because you have already told your mother, sister, brother, family members, any friends within shouting distance, and possibly past half your bar that you frequent, your local watering hole. And you would also, on all of your podcast viewing or listening apparatus, I don't know what do they call it? Platforms. Yeah, then you would also give 5 stars or give a thumbs up or whatever they do on those. And so you would also do those too.
And hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube.
And that.
Yeah.
I started with that.
And the bell.
And the bell. You want to know when we get sent out.
I appreciate that Sean was like, James and Brad are bickering again.
Yes.
I just need to move on.
So somebody's gotta pay the bills around here.
Someone's got to be the adult here. All right. So
we're in trouble.
Yeah, we're in trouble if Sean's the one that's steering the ship.
That's 2 segues in a row that are immaculate.
True. Okay, boys. Round 1 of the Premier League is upon us. Starts Friday. Is this something new? But has the Premier League started the first game of the season being the previous champions versus the champions of the championship? Because isn't that what they did last year? Liverpool kicked off the season against whoever won the championship last year.
Let's check out. I don't think so.
No, I know.
You know what? I got you.
I don't think so, but that is an Americanized way to look at it, because typically
No.
Thursday night game. So no is the answer.
Oh, dang.
They played Bournemouth.
So Liverpool did play though.
Liverpool played,
Yes,
yeah.
They were the first match.
Okay.
United were the first match the year before, so I don't know.
Yeah.
If this is like,
No.
We'll have to wait till next year.
Well, let me get on the record and say that this is what they should do. They should do this.
2 is a coincidence. 3 is a trend.
Yes.
So if they do it next year, then it is the previous winner on the first night of the year.
They should do the 2 champions versus each other in the first. I think that's a great way to do it.
Actually, is that's probably a good American idea, as opposed to what they thought the All-Star game.
Yeah,
was a terrible idea.
That was your boy. That was your boy, Brad. That was your boy.
Hey, he was just trying to raise money for charity.
That would be, what would be hilarious is that's kind of akin to if the first preseason game of the year, instead of the Hall of Fame game for NFL, if it was just like the Super Bowl champion versus the college champion. Like,
Bro.
wouldn't that be hilarious?
Yo,
if that was just Seattle versus Indiana.
I think that I want to say that in football, in American football, that would be the closest game, but it wouldn't be close. If you did the champions of any other professional league, the NBA champions versus the NCAA champions, the NCAA team would score 5 points. It wouldn't even be close. Baseball, it wouldn't be close. The Dodgers would.
I actually would push back on that. I would think that baseball is the only one that could be close.
I think AAA would be similar, but I don't watch it enough.
No, not AAA. We're talking about college.
Yeah,
we're talking about
college World Series champion.
I guess in this exercise,
AAA would be the better one.
I guess in this exercise that AAA would be closer to what we're talking about.
I mean,
because they would be the next promoted and relegated. Not the team.
It would be the closest. That would be the closest game, but that still would not be close either.
But there have been many arguments over the years of if a college team could beat X team that was really bad in the NFL, and the answer is still no.
It's absolutely
the answer is
no.
Still any sports book worth its grain of salt would put the number over 30.
Yeah.
In the NFL team's side, it would be plus 35.
You could take the absolute most terrible.
Dog water.
Yes, that's exactly the word I was going to use. The worst NFL team by a country mile, and they've still got grown men on that team.
Yeah,
full developed grown men
who get paid millions of dollars to beat them.
College football now gets paid millions of dollars, and there are some grown men there playing.
Not in the same level, Brad. You know,
it's not the same.
Not the same.
I know, but I'm just.
But anyways,
so
you guys open up with Coventry.
Yes,
you got Haji Wright.
How many goals is Arteta holding from Frank Lampard's Coventry City?
0.
I was going to say Haji Wright's City.
0.
But
Arsenal are holding 0 goals against this Coventry side. I'll be honest with you. I was slightly apprehensive. Six weeks ago. Well, I was apprehensive 6 weeks ago about the prospect of Arsenal's early season, and like a little bit worried about it, just with the World Cup and how many games we played last year, and all of like the emotion that was poured into it. That all evaporated entirely in watching the Community Shield. And I understand that City is still also not up to speed yet, but I'm more just focused on Arsenal. Arsenal were up to speed. And they looked clinical. Martin Odegaard looked like himself again. Last season his campaign was broken up through injuries and things like that, and he looks like he is back on his best form. He had a great World Cup as well, and so maybe that's just what it was. He got a little bit of confidence back, played some consistent football and some like meaningful football over the summer. And since he didn't have as many minutes on his legs last year, like maybe this is going to be good for him. But we just looked very good. Christos Solas on the left as kind of a replacement for Leandro Trossard looks every bit like he fits in. Like he is going to be very good for us. Our defense was solid. Ben White was imperious in the back. We're not if he continues to play like he has been playing, we're not going to miss Jerian Timber. At least until Timber comes back. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it looks good. And honestly, this is something I would say about Arsenal is just an aside. If Arteta's first choice left back is Calafiori, then he shouldn't also he should pair Calafiori with Ben White and Jurriën Timber with Pierre Hincapié as those like halfback pairings, fullback pairings, because Ben White wants to overlap. Hincapié wants to overlap. Calafiori wants to invert. Timber wants to invert. So he shouldn't ever play two inverted fullbacks at the same time. He should play one inverted and one overlapping. That's my opinion.
But that's not what football is. Football is invert, winger, stay wide. I don't know. I think it's silly too.
Doesn't need to be. I think you should have different looks on different situations. But you asked me how many goals are Coventry scoring against Arsenal? 0. Coventry are scoring 0 goals against Arsenal. Arsenal are scoring 3.
Scoring 1. Haji right?
No.
Oh, so it's 3-0?
It's 3-0. Put it in the sheets, bro. Put it in the doc.
Here?
Oh, are we doing this?
We are, Sean, and we'll get to that in a second. No, you guys don't have to. You guys don't have to. I put a score on it.
This is he put a score on it.
I put a score on it. It goes in.
Okay.
All right. Well, so
pod pick.
So yeah, I think Arsenal clearly win this game. I think the other really, really big game this weekend is clearly Newcastle-Liverpool on Sunday.
Yes, massive.
Now,
how bad has the departures affected Newcastle?
Yes.
Is this decimation, or is this something we can work with? I think it's a litmus test.
Yes.
On Newcastle. And
Newcastle have a tough start because I think they have Spurs next week, and so it's nice to get some of those games out of the way. But it's not nice to get those games out of the way after your team has been absolutely eviscerated in the transfer market. And so, like, on paper, we look at this and we're like, oh, Newcastle United, they've been a solid, really good, punching above their weight, which maybe that's not even a fair statement anymore about Newcastle, but like they're a stout Premier League team. Last year everyone was dropping points at St. James's Park early in the season. But I'm a little worried for them this year. I'm a little worried for them.
Yeah, I think we all are really worried for Newcastle. But how much has Areola got this team up and running? Like, is Liverpool running with him now? Because like is his style going to play with Liverpool? Right? Like,
I don't see why not.
Counter-attacking football as a top 6 team. It's tough.
But
the other team's just going to give you the ball.
Would you characterize Bournemouth last year solely as a counter-attacking team? Because I wouldn't have.
I think counter-attacking.
Not bully, but they did not want the majority of the ball.
I think you're stuck on them from like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when they were fully like, hey, you keep the ball, we'll beat you on the counter. I don't think that was true last year. I think that they went out there and they played a lot of really good football last year. After their defense was eviscerated last summer, right? Like they lost their entire defense, and I think I was worried about them, and then they rock up and they had a great year, and I think that they played more. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say like oppressive. Like they were oppressive at home. They were very good at home last year. Bournemouth were, but they certainly imposed themselves on games. I don't think that they were as passive as you're trying to make them out to be.
I don't know. I'm just interested to see
Sure.
how this goes, and like, cause it's more, Areola is more like a Klopp of like a high intensity, we're gonna run all the time coach. where Slot was not that. So like, how does this team respond? Can they get up and running?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I think the general consensus for us when we first look at this is, oh, Liverpool smashing. But are they? Can Newcastle find some legs in the second half? Is the question here. I think Liverpool come out and get a quick like lead, but I don't know if they can hold on to it.
I think the big question is going to be who's playing in the midfield for Newcastle.
True.
Who Joelinton, sure. Joelinton, but is it like Joe Willock, Joelinton, and like
Miley?
Lewis Miley?
Yeah.
That doesn't
Just buy somebody.
That doesn't fill me with a lot of they're talking about trying to buy I think Nico Gonzalez from City. There was a rumor I think about that today.
Yeah.
But that's clearly not going to get done by Sunday.
It's gonna it doesn't have to. I forgot.
We
still have like a couple weeks left.
We got like 2.5 weeks of the transfer window. So yeah, no, I look at that on paper and I think, oh no, like that's going to be ugly for Newcastle. And I think Liverpool has gotten Isak's going, Ekatike's going. Well, not Ekatike. Ekatike's still injured, but like they're starting to flow a little bit. I feel like, I don't know. On paper, you look at it and it's a big game. How about the likelihood of either? So if we look at all the 3 promoted teams, Coventry, Hull, or Ipswich, which of those 3 teams is most likely to get points? I don't think Coventry are going to get any against Arsenal. So I'm taking them out of the equation for me personally. You got Hull versus Manchester United and Ipswich versus Sunderland, both at home.
I think it's Ipswich.
Yeah?
I don't think I'm crazy. I think on paper it's Ipswich, and then I think in the games it's Ipswich.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think I'm hotter on Manchester United than either one of you two, which is not a surprise for anyone who's listened to this podcast for more than 5 minutes.
I still think they're better. I have Hull City as 20th. I'm pretty sure. I don't think Hull City's going to do great at all. So I don't know if this is necessarily me saying Manchester United is going to do good, or just Hull City's going to do crap.
Well, is your question on the first weekend or the entire season?
Yes,
this first weekend.
Well, yeah, then I've got to agree. It's got to be Ipswich, right?
But let me ask that question again. Are any of them going to get points this weekend?
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you know what's funny though? This is
Tell me.
First game in the Prem 8 years?
Who's? Hull's?
Hull City. When was Hull City last back in the Premier League?
It's been a while. It's been a while since Hull's been in the city, in the EPL.
16, 17. I wasn't far away. 10 years. I said 8. I was close. I was in the ballpark. And so maybe that reaction gets the fans going, and maybe they pull off a draw.
I mean, maybe Manchester United are unsettled by the bid for Bruno Fernandes this week from, I think, Galatasaray. Yeah. I think it was Galatasaray. Yeah. But
Turkish club.
No. No chance. Manchester United are taking all 3 points against that Hull. Do you guys think there are going to be any upsets this weekend? And what would you classify as an upset? Like, I mean, Brighton beating Villa, Leeds beating Forest. I don't know. That seems kind of levels.
That seems levels. I think Brighton beating Villa, Bournemouth beating City.
Yeah, Bournemouth beating City would definitely be an upset, but is there any chance that happens?
Newcastle beating Liverpool?
Yes,
I think we're all going to say it's an upset.
I think that would be an upset. Yes, I would agree.
There might be a chance Bournemouth beat City.
I don't think so.
Well, there's Brentford beating Tottenham.
That's
levels?
But memes aside, that's not levels.
No, not
one team's in Europe, one team's not.
Jeez.
Not with the amount of money that we put into our club. It's not levels.
Yeah. But do you think Brentford are going to I don't think Brentford are going to beat Spurs. Do you?
It's at It's at the GTAC.
Who cares?
Everything's on the table. But no, I don't think that they're going to beat us. I think with Tonali and Matías Fernandes that the midfield issue is shored up. The only problem is who's going to bang home goals, and it might be shored up by the fact that we don't have Kudus and we don't have a replacement. So Mikey Moore is going to be playing on the right, which is not comfortable for him, according to his own testament. He is a left winger by trade, a striker if he has to, but he doesn't play on the right.
So,
and in the last warm-up game, Matthias Tell from the left assisted in 2 goals to Mikey Moore. And it was against Hoffenheim, which is a Bundesliga side. That's not, it's not like we were playing the Little Sisters of the Poor or something. Like, we were playing a real team here. And there was 2 assists across the box that Mikey Moore scored. So that is encouraging that even though he's not comfortable on that side, he can put a goal home or 2. And it is also encouraging that that Matthias Tell can actually find a human on his own team in the box. Yes, that is encouraging.
Yeah, I mean that's the biggest Spurs question, right? Because you guys upgrade the defense, upgrade the midfield.
Yeah.
So I guess it's how is the goalie and how is the attack? Is this still a 17th ranked attack? Is this still a 17th ranked goalie? Because y'all still rocking up with Richarlison as your starting striker. Mathis Tell on the left, who I don't think, if De Zerbi had his choice, I don't think Tell is on this team.
Probably not.
And then you said Mikey Moore on the right, who can't play who doesn't like to play as a right winger.
He's just uncomfortable. In his own words, he's uncomfortable on the right.
Right.
It's not something. It's not something he can't do. It's just he just said he's uncomfortable. It's something he's got to learn to be over there, which is natural. Like how did Bukayo Saka take it when he went from left back to right winger? Like it's something you need to learn.
I think he thrives.
Right winger to left back to right winger.
Yeah, I think he thrives.
It's something you learn.
Sure, but and I mean, if Balogun comes in, I don't know how much of an is it an upgrade over Richarlison?
Yes.
Whoa, buddy. Whoa. Watch your tone.
I just said it's an upgrade.
Okay.
Because Richarlison's a donkey.
Yes,
but he's your donkey.
Pigeon. But he's your pigeon. You're gonna love
it. He's a pigeon. Yeah.
You're gonna love that pigeon.
It's my pigeon.
But I don't know if that's that doesn't seem like enough.
Florian Balogun does not solve your problems.
I think that's what I was every problem we got. I think it solves every problem we got.
It solves every problem that you've got.
You know what? You guys are not American enough to appreciate.
How many? I mean, I guess you had Clint Dempsey played. Clint Dempsey played for you and Christian Pulisic. I guess my team is the only one that hasn't added like a legitimate American. I mean, we had Matt Turner on the squad, but like that doesn't really count.
But you didn't play, yeah.
I mean, we also was starting as the US goalie though.
We also had briefly. I'm gonna claim this. We also briefly had Jurgen Klinsmann, who managed the team. So
that counts.
I can claim that slightly.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We'll give it to you. Okay.
So I just don't know where your goals are coming from. So I think that matchup is actually closer than
goals are coming from Mikey Moore.
We'll see. Brad, where are your goals coming from against Fulham?
Yeah.
João Pedro.
Yeah.
Morgan
JP.
Rogers.
Wow. You're scoring 3?
We should score more than 3. But
okay, so somebody's getting a brace.
Did we upgrade our goal threat? Yes. Do we have somebody that legitimately can play on the left side?
Well, I mean, yes.
Who?
Morgan Rogers over Garnacho. That's a clear upgrade.
Yes. Yeah. No, I'm not worried about us banging in goals. We should beat this Fulham team.
Is now the big problem though with Chelsea though is not necessarily the goals, right? It's the who you've got in between your goal.
Yes.
Is it going to be Robert Sanchez?
Like it's not. Probably. I hope it's not. I don't know. He was still playing both in the last preseason game we played against Real Sociedad.
I think that's pretty typical, actually. You know, I don't think that they actually will lock in a number one.
Probably is Sanchez, but apparently Alonso said, "Hey, we should look at this again and see if there's any opportunities on the market."
I'm glad that he waited until August 18th to say that.
No, I'm pretty sure. No, he said it a couple of times because like Diego Costa's name has kind of been like floating there.
I mean, Chelsea are not opposed to spending a ridiculous amount of money on a goalkeeper, so
yeah. I think in a perfect world, we send Penders on loan to like a Premier League side.
I don't think any of the Premier League teams are looking for goalies is the problem.
Or La Liga or legal like a top 5, not Strasbourg. We send him somewhere else in Strasbourg. But maybe Germany. I don't know. Send him on loan. Bring in Diego Costa. Have Sanchez as the backup. Or sell Sanchez, leave Penders as the backup as the cup goalie. Like,
don't you have
suck it up and put Penders in now. If Penders is supposed to be like
the future,
how he's been, I haven't watched. I don't know this, but what people have talked about is he's like the next Courtois.
If that's the case, you got to. If that's the case, you just got to play him.
Right. Like I think we'll have a more solid defensive structure. It looks like it's gonna be 3-4-3. We're gonna have better players in front of him, and so like let him get his lumps. This is the time to do it. Like we don't like. I mean, I wish there was some sort of European football so we have more cup games to play if we're not gonna have him as a starter. But like, let's start him. He can play with his feet. He can defend. Like he can shot stop.
Yeah.
I don't see why we don't. But
all right.
I'm not Zabi, so we trust in Zabi.
Yeah, you're not the manager. Thank God for that, right? All right. So what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this party to our Discord community in a sense because we're going to predict every single game, and you can predict every single game along with us if you join our Discord community, which is linked in the description of this video or in the description of the podcast. Now, every week we will pick every game. All 380 games we'll pick, and we'll put our picks. We'll post our picks publicly on our Discord, and you can do the same. And you'll get added to our super fancy high tech Google spreadsheet. And we track everything throughout the season, and we see who is the best person to pick. And just as a quick aside, if we remember back to last season.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, I was the best picker.
Yeah,
which is
and the season before that I was the best picker. So I don't know if this necessarily says everything that you wanted to say.
Well, I'm just saying that most recent history says that I have the best. I am the reigning picks champion, undisputed picks champion, and I had a 44.7% pick percentage last season. Hey, man, there's 3 options. Okay. Yeah. I think 44% with 3 options isn't bad.
Sure. But I think there's a little bit more of the statistics math that goes into that. But
none of us took advanced stats, so we have no way of answering that question, Brad.
Yeah.
Because the 3 of us are humanities people. All right, but that doesn't matter. But you can get involved with the picks too. We got a good group of people who like to make picks every week. So maybe you can join us. That's all done through our Discord community. Brad would like you to have your picks in before the games start because he's got fantasy brain rot. But just get him in. Just get him in. Be honest. That's all we ask. Hit us up on social media. Brad is at KSBradG. Sean is at Whiteheart_Sean. I am at James Tiffany. Collectively, we can be reached at redcard_radio, info.redcardradio@gmail.com if you would prefer to send us an email. And I hope you guys really enjoy the Premier League being back. I know I'm going to. And it's a great weekend for us. We've got the Premier League. We got F1 in Zandvoort. So boys, like we got a great sports weekend. So hope you guys watch some football with us this weekend and come check us out next week and we'll break it all down and we'll do it all again. Until then, have a good one and we will speak with you soon.